Measure 51, let's go over that one more time. Now the first note is a C, and then it's followed by 30-second notes, and they're played faster like this. So it's 1, 2, and then that's followed by a dotted eighth note followed by 16th. So the dotted eighth note is going to be played longer, and they're just with a 16th. So the entire measure there on measure 48 would be, and then you start measure 52. But now you have to coordinate your right hand with the left hand. And the left hand is, the first four notes left hand are G, E, G, E. That's pretty easy. So it's going to be the G down here right below middle C. And the last two eighth notes, you keep your G, but you go up to F. So it'd be, here's your starting measure, the measure again, 51. Now G and F like that. So you have to coordinate that together. And it would sound like this. And that's what it sounds like when you play it at kind of a normal tempo. Let me take it really slow here. Like that. And then you begin measure 52. So let's move on to measure 52 here. Well, first of all, before we move to measure 52, let's take a look at my hands over here on the keyboard itself. And then it starts off in that direction like that. So let's move over to measure 52 and look at this part. So in measure 52 we have the 16th notes in the right hand, and there's a pattern here, and the pattern is the top note. You have G, 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 G. So you're bouncing the scale off the G, and the scale would just be, starts off with C, G, A, B, C, D. So if you could see a scale down here, then you see the pattern, and the top note is a G, the same note over and over again. Now down below we have some two-note chords, real easy to do. C chord, G7 chord, back to a C chord, and then to a G7 chord. And then this, so let's talk about this and how this works. Okay, now in measure 52 we have these chords, and it's a C and an E, and then you come over here to F and G, and then we have E and G, and then we have D, F, and G. So we have it like this. And the next measure, 53, full C chord, like that. So you can develop your own fingering here, whatever's comfortable. So you might come in like this with middle finger on C, thumb on E, then bounce over here to this. You have index on F, thumb on G, and then just keep your thumb right there on G, and then like that. Yeah, so that's the way I would do it. Like that. Now, the right hand, probably index finger on C, because you need your thumb free to come down over like this. So it'd be, and then when you hit the E on the next measure, then you start over again. Like that. Okay, taking it really slow, measure 52, 53 would be like this. And then on measure 54, you're just going to do the same thing over again, except the left hand's just going to play the C note. Okay, we're going to play page 4, the entire page, very slowly, to kind of give you an idea how the rhythm works and the fingering, so just watch us playing it slowly. Okay, now when you get to page 5, measure 60, this is just like the beginning of the song. So there's really no use to going over this part because it's basically just repetition of what you had before. So we're going to move over to the next page, page 6, where we have new melodic lines. So on measure number 75, page 6, the melody continues from the way it was on the first page. But then down here, starting around measure 81, the melody changes. And so this is where we're going to start. We're going to start right over here on probably measure 79, and we'll start working on this part. Okay, we are on page 6, and we're starting with measure 79. And this is like we had at the beginning of the song. This is an A minor chord, and so we play the arpeggio like this. And it's measure 81 is where the melody changes. As soon as you hit that A minor chord, now a lot of piano books have you play that that tone, the A tone, over and over again. That's the fingering they want. It'd be middle, index, thumb. You can play a little bit faster and steadier, but if in the beginning, instead of using the fingering that most piano books have, you could just use one finger if you want to. Okay, now we go to a chord over here like this. Okay, so the left hand part is pretty easy. It's just a drone, and the drone is just the A note, like that. But let's look at these chords. So on measure 81, measure 82, we have a single A note in the right hand, and then we come with the chord. You got a C sharp, over here a B flat here, and a G note, and an E like that. It's like that. So we'll play that. And now measure 83, we have the right hand playing an F note, A, and D. So you play your drone with that. And then measure 84, well, at the end of measure 83, you have double notes. You have C sharp and E and D and F. So measure 83 would be like this. Let's start with measure 83 again. Measure 83, you're going to have an F, A, and D. In your left hand, you have the A note as an eighth note. The rhythm is eighth notes. It's a drone. Okay, let's look at the keyboard, the fingering on that. Okay, measure 83. We have the F, A, and D, and the right hand has the A note down here in the bass, so B. now we go to an A minor chord in the right hand. And now the left hand is going to change. You're going to play two notes in the left hand. You're going to play the A and the D. Measure 86. We have our pinky on D. We have our thumb on A. And then your right hand is playing double notes. So it'd be. Now what's interesting about these double notes is that they are evenly spaced. I mean, you have your start off on D and F here, and this evenly spaced move over one white key and another double white key. Now, measure 87, your left hand is going to change. Your pinky was on D down here. Now your pinky is going up to D sharp and A. Like that. And on measure 87, your right hand is changing chords. You have an A, F sharp, and C. So it'd be. Now we're back to double notes. And now on measure 88, your left hand pinky is going to switch over to E. Like that. And your right hand is going to play the double notes. And now your index finger in the left hand is going to go to G sharp. Like that. That's the last beat of measure 88. So measure 88 would be like this. In the left hand you have E and A, and then E and G sharp, like that. And of course your right hand is playing double notes like this. And these double notes are evenly spaced between your thumb and index finger, which makes it easy to play if you remember that. Like that. And so you put the whole thing together like this, measure 88, would sound like this.